Good evening, everybody.
Evening.
One more time. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Very good. I really appreciate you guys coming to the LaSalle Council Popcorn Makeup Kickoff tonight. How many people, by show of hands, have sold popcorn before? Oh, a bunch of experienced people. How many have never sold popcorn before? A couple, three back here in the back. Very good. So we have a very experienced crowd. Welcome your questions and input. A lot of new information we're going to share with you guys tonight. How many people knew you had a new popcorn manufacturer and supplier this year? Very good. Are you excited by that news? Yeah. If I told you it was better tasting popcorn, would that help you?
No.
That wouldn't help you. What would make you feel better about switching vendors?
Better app.
A better app.
No, it's not the switching, it's the just not knowing again.
Not knowing again, the
Yeah,
uncertainty.
'cause I just started last year, so.
It's
now I'm
easier,
sure.
Bobby.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
easier.
yeah.
Yeah.
What the app is, because I
Hey,
brought
how they
agent
change.
from last year.
Yep. That's really good feedback. Yes, in the back.
One thing that'd be worth the change to me is just more profit.
If it was more profit,
Yeah, you get a higher margin.
yes, you do.
Great.
That's a really good comment. Profit's why we're doing this, so very good comment. And you do, the council scouting does have a higher return to scouting profit with Campmaster, yes.
More options for people that if they have a 10 in their pocket, they can actually buy something.
More lower priced options. We have those this year.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, very good.
I should be specific in the question, that's more profit to the unit, right?
Yep, yep, yep.
Stay the same, then go down.
We're here to help you guys raise more money. We think we have a better mousetrap. We've really focused on all the stakeholders, you, the leader, your scouts, your family, your consumer, the council office. So we understand a lot of stakeholders involved, pretty complex sale, and everybody has to feel pretty good about it. We are Campmasters. We're a division of Ramsey Popcorn. You might see us in some of your supermarkets under Cousin Willie on the retail side. We've been serving Boy Scout councils for about 20 years. I've served your council on and off for about 20 years. We like to hang our hat really on indulgent taste, tins, training, and world-class customer service. And that's really what we hang our hat on. We have a 1-800 number on all our packaging, and we welcome your calls. We want to help you have a great sale. We do think better tasting products, better packaging, and better training for you guys and your scouts result in more profit and a better sale and a better scouting program for everybody. So we are a very turnkey fundraising program. We think we have all the pieces of the puzzle. We have a great training coming up in August 5th and 6th. You're going to hear me talk about this a few times tonight because it's that important. If you've never been to a Michael Beck motivational training, which probably most of you have not, I highly encourage you to come to a Michael Beck motivational training. Michael Beck's a motivational trainer out of the Cradle of Liberty Council. He's been helping councils and units across the country for at least the last 10, 15 years. His own unit raised over, I think, $80,000 in one weekend, and he's still highly active and he's training units on how to be successful. Really encourage you to come to this motivational training. You'll laugh, you'll have fun, and you'll think a little differently about how you approach this thing we call a popcorn sale. So we'll talk more about that here in a minute. We also have some key partnerships with Pay Anywhere, a credit card reader program. They're a terrific partner, low transaction fee, 2.69, a great online merchant portal, lots of tools, lots of resources, 2 free credit card readers for every unit. So if you currently have your Square, how many people have Square left over from last year? Terrific. The good news is that will work with our ordering system. But if you want a new reader or you need a replacement reader, please log on to the Pay Anywhere. There's a link on our website. I'll show you where it's at. Order your 2 new free readers. They're chipped. They're about $30 a piece, $60 value, and we'd love to ship them to you.
Is that going to be compatible with Apple and Android? Because the chip readers that we got last year were only Android and we had a lot of Apple users.
They should be available with, or be compatible with Apple as well. Yes.
So we could get like one of each, so that way both phones have one with 2.
You can. So you get 2 with Pay Anywhere, and then if you have your Squares left over, you could have multiple credit card readers. No charge. Don't have to return them. I highly encourage everybody to create an account with Pay Anywhere. Get your 2 free credit card readers. use them, they'll help your sale. How many people are currently using technology, credit card readers in your sale right now? Most people. How many people are not? Oh, wow.
I can't get my committee to okay it.
And why? What's the
I
obstacle?
think they're too old. I don't know.
Here's what I say. Many consumers like myself are walking around with no dollars in our pocket, but we got a pocket full of credit cards. We know consumers spend about 25% more when they use a credit card, and it's a great way to turn a no into a yes. So highly encourage you guys to get a credit card reader. I don't know how you almost do a show and sell or take order sale without one anymore. If you don't have one, please get one. They're free. This is our website. How many people have been to the Campmaster website? Question?
So are units responsible for paying the transaction fees?
They are, but you can pass that 2.69, which is 27 cents on the $10 purchase. You can pass that on to the consumer as well. And at the Michael Beck training, we'll talk about how to set that up and even sell that through to the consumer. Most consumers will be happy to pay it, but otherwise, it does go back to the unit. Remind me, was there some sharing with council on that this year? I forget where we came out.
Not with that? No.
Not with that.
Not with that. Okay, I wasn't sure. I couldn't remember. Yes, sir.
Our unit, asks the customer if they're willing to pay that, and then we just add it to it.
Yes.
And if they say no, we just charge them what the popcorn cost is and we use it.
And from your experience?
I don't think we've ever had anybody say no.
There you go. It's 27 cents on a $10 purchase. Most consumers don't, they're not even gonna think twice about it for a scale. Another question over here?
Well,
Yes.
it says the fees are, there's no fee if it's deposited automatically?
It's a 2.69 fee.
Okay, so there's a line under that said fee,
Let's go back and look.
removed fee.
I think if it's a thumb transaction, it's 3.49 for key transactions.
Fees removed from deposits automatically.
I'm sorry, which bullet is that again? I'm sorry.
Right below the percentage. The very next
Transaction fees removed from deposits automatically.
Now, that means it takes it out of what you punch in automatically.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So if you do a $50 transaction, when they send that money to your account, they automatically deduct their fees before you get it.
That's correct,
Yeah,
the
that's what
2.69.
I mean.
Yep, good
Take
question.
it before you
I've
get
never
it.
heard that question, but they're exactly right. Good answers. Okay, the Campmaster website, how many people have been here? Okay, listen, I'll try to log on to the Campmaster website soon. Lots of great resources, more are coming. We really have taken a lot of time to really keep our program, our website, our technology really simple and easy to use because we know you guys use it once a year for the popcorn sale and then you're done. So on the homepage of the Campmaster website, campmasters.org, you can see we have the stakeholders broke out, council, leaders, scout families, scouts, consumers. Lots of great information under each one of those drop-down boxes. Over here in the blue box, you can click on products and download images, get product descriptions, nutritional panels, all that good stuff. Prizes, high achiever prizes, we'll talk more about in a minute. If you need to know how to order popcorn, put your unit order in or scout orders. We have a Word document and a PowerPoint under how to order popcorn, and we'll go through that a little bit tonight as well. Some frequently asked questions. I need everybody to get self-registered in the Campmaster ordering system, and you do that by going here and getting self-registered using your actual email address. And then once you're self-registered in the system, you're able to utilize all the functionality of the system. Popcornordering.com is for extended friends and family. It's going to be very popular this year, right? Free delivery, COVID friendly, no delivery, no collections, highly popular. A little bit of information about our military program. And again, if you want free credit card readers, set up your account through the Pay Anywhere credit card program.
Sorry, I'm full of questions, I apologize.
No, we love questions.
Can more than one person be logged in so we're not using the same email address and password? Say like I have, because this is my first year doing it.
Yep,
So my CM is going to help me do it.
Yep.
No, I'm scared to death, guys, I'm not gonna lie. Meredith knows. But can more than one person, or do we need to share the login and password?
no more than one person can with unique email addresses.
Okay.
Yep, good question. Yes,
Are
sir.
the prices the same online as the pressure prices?
That's a great question. So the question was, are retail prices the same on the order form as they will be online? Historically, we've always did that. We always made our prices match, and then we lined items shipping, so the consumer knew exactly how much they were paying for shipping. The problem is Amazon, your former Trails End partner, nobody does that anymore. Everybody's selling free shipping, right? There's no such thing as free shipping. So shipping's included in the price this year, so retails won't match up. But the good news is consumers won't likely back out of that purchase when they see how much shipping is, because shipping will be free this year. So it is a 60% return to scouting profitability on that program versus show and sell and take order. Retail prices won't match. But here's how I say it. 60% of 30 is more than 70% of 20. So last year or this year, maybe an item selling for 20 on your order form, it's selling for 30 online with free shipping. You're still gonna make your percentage profit for that shipping charge, that $10 shipping charge. So scouting makes more money, council makes more money. It's good for scouting, free shipping. But prices won't match up this year. Does that make sense to everybody? No such thing as free shipping, but shipping's included this year. We did a free shipping last year. We did it like around Thanksgiving, the slowest point in our online orders, and it spiked. It was our #1 selling weekend. So we know free shipping works. We're really excited about a very new, robust online menu of options, product options this year. And we even have some food bank options. So if consumers don't want to support through a popcorn purchase or the military program, this year they can also support scouting through a food bank purchase. So we're excited by the new ordering platform, new free shipping, new products, but pricing will be a little different. Any other questions on that? It's a good question. So the 2020 program, lots of pieces to the puzzle, lots of moving parts. If you're new, it can be overwhelming sometimes, and we don't want it to be. So we're trying to bring all the pieces of the puzzle together for you, keep it real simple. We do have new packaging this year. We're really proud of that. A couple products I like to point out, the roasted summer corn. It is an extra buttery flavor. You won't find it in Walmart, you won't find it anywhere but scouting. It tastes like corn on the cob, State Fair corn on the cob, but in a microwave bag. Really delicious, really buttery, a great value, a great pantry value. $15 for a 14 pack, I think is what you guys are selling it for, or is it 20 this year? I don't know, some councils sell for different prices. But a great show and sell item. This Eagle tin has a BSA band at the bottom. We change the Eagle every year. 3 big bags of cheese popcorn. Consumers continue to buy that tin every year because they're collecting that Eagle tin and they love that cheesy salsa. So a couple great products there. Again, we did improve our packaging this year. So we do have girls and boys on the microwave packaging. Complete lineups, 100% trans fat free, 100% gluten free, except for the chocolate pretzels. And we think we also drive a little more, about $2 more per transaction because of the increased value as compared to our consumer.
Kosher food.
Oh, and it is kosher friendly. So the kosher certification is on the packaging as well. Good reminder, thank you. So that's your order form for this year. I added it up a couple weeks ago. Let's see, you have 3, 5, 6, 7, 8 out of your 14 product items. Almost 60% of your products are priced at $20 or below. Is that good news?
Yes.
Yeah, we think so too. That's a lot of the appeal to the Camp Master program, is these lower priced product options. So this year, the caramel corn, we historically put it in a tin, a small tin. This year, we're gonna put it in a bag. You'll be happy to know it's the largest small caramel corn in the industry. So your competitor took some ounces out of it. We put 20% more in it. So now it's the largest small caramel corn for $10 in scouting.
Yep, Steve, the roasted summer corn is
$15. Oh yeah, that's right here somewhere.
In the second row.
Yep.
The other right.
Second row over here. Yep.
So the roasted summer corn, again, a great pantry item, great show and sell item, really unique flavor. People will get the movie theater extra butter and the roasted summer corn a little confused in year one. This is the #1 flavor in the country. movie theater extra butter, by far the #1 flavor in America. This is a very unique State Fair corn on the cob flavor. Both are extra buttery, both are delicious, both will be great sellers for you. I'd like to point out our purple popcorn. Purple popcorn's doing really well in Kroger, and we actually are rolling it out in Target and Meijer. They like the purple. It's not organic, so it doesn't have to go on the organic aisle. It can stay on the chip aisle, and it's doing really well in the retail world. Why? It's virtually wholeless, it's really healthy, it doesn't get stuck in your teeth, and it's full of antioxidants. So it's a great, healthy scouting option to sell. We have it in the raw popcorn at $15, 80% profit. And we have it in the sea salt bag. And for this year, we actually put 50% more product in this bag than we had last year. So we took it out of a tin, and we put it in a bag. It's a big retail bag, 50% more product, a great value at $15. Healthy, delicious, virtually wholeless, full of antioxidants, and doing really well in the retail world. Hope it does well for you guys. The others are all pretty similar to what you've had before. You do have a non-popcorn option in the trail mix. I love our trail mix, really delicious. You have the kettle. You have 4 microwave options. And again, almost 60% of your items priced at $20 or below. We think that would be helpful to your scouts getting confidence and getting more consumers to participate in the sale. Yes, sir.
Is it on the website when you order, how many come in a case?
So mostly, we always had 8 per case, but I think some of these are changing to 12, and your council does have that information, and it's on the website when you order as well. I can get you details afterwards, I can look it up. But when you order on the website, it'll clearly tell you how many are on the case.
Okay.
And
The tins come individual?
the tins at the top are 1 per case. The others will be probably 8 per case. Great question, though. Really good question. But with going to the bag, I think these 2 items in particular may be 12 per case. And one of them's even 9, an odd number this year.
And Steve, there were some that are only for take order because of the chocolate melting issue.
Yeah, so I think, let's go to the next slide. I think it actually says, so I think you guys have 16 total items, and that includes your 2 military SKUs at the top. 16 items. 11 of them will be available for show and sell, plus your 2 military donations. So anything with chocolate, the Treasures tin, the Premium tin, and the chocolate drizzle will not be available for show and sell. And there must be one other item in here that,
Supreme caramel?
no, I'll have to go back and look.
Does the trail mix contain chocolate?
I'm sorry?
Trail mix?
Does the trail mix?
The trail mix is still, it does, it has a little M&Ms in it, but that one's still available for show and sell. I'm not sure, let's see, this coming up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, that's it. So you have 11 items for show and sell. You don't have the 2 military, 12, 13, and you don't have the 3-way, or you don't have the Premium, the Chocolate Treasures tin, 14, 15, I'm still missing one, I think. Let's do it again. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 items for show and sell. And I can mark those on your flyer if anybody has a question afterwards. We also have a show and sell projection sheet we can help you with. I need to email that to you, I believe. And it can really help you put together your show and sell order. So if you're trying to order $5,000, how much of each of these items should I order? I can help you with that.
And also, the office will be sending out a list of what you ordered last year. While the items don't exactly match up, it'll give you an idea of how many things you bought last year to also assist you with coming up with an order.
Yes, ma'am.
If we order too little, on our first order, can we order again?
So
Or is that like a one-time order?
I'll hit that when I get to my thing.
You hit that?
Yeah,
Okay,
All right, so David will touch that later.
okay.
This year is a little bit of a challenge due to some COVID and other issues, but it's a great question, and David will answer that later. Yes,
And
ma'am.
when is that email anticipated to come out? Because my troops, like, when can we put in our request?
Oh, for what you ordered last
Yeah,
year?
from what we ordered last.
Yeah, we're hoping that gets out probably mid-July.
Mid-July, okay.
I'll go and do my little spiel.
Sure.
Since
Yes, sir.
Since I just saw it. Okay, I'm David Harnish. If you don't know who I am, I'm the Council Popcorn Chair. And I just wanted to touch on a few things in your leader's guide. So if you want to pull that out, I'm just going to highlight, I'm not going to read things to you here, but just kind of highlight a couple of items for you. Okay, first of all, you're going to find a sheet about COVID-19 procedures with the sale this year. This is from Camp Masters, but we also put out our own council local recommendations as well, which is a separate sheet that's in your packet. So you want to make sure you take a look at that. As far as how to deal with show and sell, especially, and going and knocking on doors, and dealing with the COVID issues that we're all living through at the moment. So do be sure to look those over and share those with your scouts. I look at the sale as having 3 phases. The first phase starts 1 minute after this meeting is over. Your scouts can immediately go out and start doing take order because the forms are in your packet. So you don't have to wait till August. You can do that now. The second phase of the sale is going to be August the 1st, which is the online, which of course a lot of people are going to want to take advantage of because, again, as Steve pointed out, you don't have to worry about touching anything or anybody for that. Especially units that are very new to the sale that may be a little apprehensive about getting whole hog. Okay, if you're a little worried about that, then start with the online sale because, again, that's the easiest way to sell the products. And then, of course, the next phase is what I would call the live phase, which is then the show and sell. Okay, so again, don't wait till August. Okay, you can start right away and start selling. Okay, the next thing I wanted to point out was in your packet here on pages 4 and 5. There are 2 budgeting sheets. This went out as a link. One of the constant contacts I had the office send out. You can find a fillable form of these forms on the popcorn section of the council website. The purpose of these is to figure out how much popcorn you need to sell to finance all your troop activities, your pack activities, ship, whatever activities that you have, from advancement to camping fees. Okay, so if you're interested in setting a budget up that can really tell you exactly, okay, we need to sell, $10,000 worth of popcorn, and that will take care of everything, and no scout has to pay for anything. And a lot of our units already do that. They have absolutely they pay the registration fees to national. Everything is done through the popcorn sale. So I recommend you taking a look at that if you haven't really done a lot of budgeting detail in the past there. Okay, the next thing I wanted to point out to you is the price section. I'm not going to talk about it right this second, but just kind of have it turn to page 12. So when we get to the prizes in a little bit, we'll hit on that. In terms of getting more popcorn, okay? One of the problems that we've had in the past is that we've had a lot of extra leftover product. And so what we're doing this year are a couple of things to hopefully alleviate that. One is, again, giving you a record of what you sold last year so you can better plan what to get. Number 2, the DE in each district and or the popcorn chair in each district will be contacting the unit colonel or whoever is designated as that on the Camp Masters platform every week to get a sense of where they are with their inventory. So the young lady over there, I think, that asked, can I get more popcorn? So I need, 10 cases of Cumberland popcorn. Well, we know a unit somewhere has got 20 cases they're sitting on. So by that weekly contact, we hope to be able to move and shift things around so that we can accommodate what everybody needs. Because there is an additional cost if we order more popcorn along the way. And so between that and, of course, ordering extra at the beginning anyway, based on historically how much we use, we will have a supply inventory to gather from. But those weekly contacts will be very vital. So after the sale actually gets going for the show and sell in August, just previous to that, we'll send a constant contact out that will list the types of information that that person calling you will want to know, such as your inventory, what do you have a lot of you don't think you're going to need, what do you need more of, things like that. And between the DEs and the popcorn kernels in each district, they will work to get those items for you. So you don't have to chase around the council or call 27 troop leaders to find the popcorn. Those people will find the popcorn for you and get it around to you, okay? So I think that will also make it a lot easier, because I know last year we had people driving across the council trying to find a case of popcorn, which is very inefficient for you, okay? So again, have your papers turned to the prizes, and he's going to talk a little bit about the prizes, and then I'll come back about the council level. And I think you had a question back there?
Yeah, I'm actually with 2 troops, and last year for the first time, we were able, with the online thing, to trade back and forth. So if I needed some for tomorrow's so-and-so, and I had it from one troop, I could transfer right away and move the product.
Right.
Is there still a way to do that, even if we're not weekly, we just give you an update?
Yeah, if you know a troop that you work for, you can work with before, you can always contact them yourself, but we want to give that special extra service so that units that don't know who to call, we can figure that out for you. But if you know people you can contact, there's never anything wrong with that.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And here's Steve.
And as a follow-up on that, the council would just need to know who you took the inventory from so they could credit that unit.
As long as it was a post-haste thing, we could get the info.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind being a bank to others, but if we can make it quick on the fly
Sure.
change and sell more tomorrow, we're.
Right, sure,
Yeah.
always, yeah.
And we appreciate everybody's help working together on inventory this year. What we don't want is anybody get stuck with inventory. So we want to be cautious, use good judgment.
Last year we had $40,000 of product left over, so that's a lot. We were able to get rid of almost all of it to another council that was desperately in need of popcorn, but we still had some left over after that, so.
And it's becoming a bigger problem. I mean, LaSalle Council wasn't the only one last year in America that had inventory. Too many councils did. So most councils are taking measures this year to try to limit that exposure a little bit. Yes, ma'am.
So you said you will have a stock, though, set aside?
Right.
From what? Okay.
Yeah, based on what we historically have used before, right, yeah.
Here's my advice on that. So, and you're learning this in the Michael Beck training. Again, Michael Beck, August 5th and 6th. I think locations will be announced soon. But Michael talks about you really don't have to have every product in the vending machine. So if you run out of small caramel corn, keep selling with the inventory you have, trying to sell out. Move those additional future caramel corn orders over to take order or online so we can fill them later. We want to capture every order, help you guys be successful. We're even going to capture chocolate orders online early this year, even though we won't ship them till October. Just making sure we're trying to capture all those orders this year. But if you run out of something, you can't get it immediately, just move the order to take order. Collect in advance if you can. We think that would be helpful to you. Yes, ma'am?
So if we start take orders now, a lot of people are gonna ask, when are we gonna get it?
Yep.
So what
Right, the
date
delivery
can
will
we
be in
start?
November.
November,
Yes.
okay.
Mhm.
Yep. That's a good question.
But couldn't you take orders now? When you get your show and sell filled up?
You could play with your show and sell product, but then you'd have a little less product to do show and sell with.
Unless you compensate for this. with your
Yeah.
work, yeah.
So,
But-
I mean,
Yeah, you have
you don't have to wait till November.
That's correct.
right, yeah.
Somebody, if I'm paying for popcorn in August, I'm not gonna wanna wait till November.
You'll have product in August to fulfill some of those orders if you want. I think on the bigger items, you obviously the chocolate, you have to push those to take order and fill those on take order.
We about doubled our take orders by filling them the following week with show and sell inventory.
Is that right? Yeah.
Last year.
That's good.
It was also helpful for us, to do it that way as well, because then we had product on hand that we could go door to door with.
Yep.
I would tell the
versus
scouts
in-store with.
at meetings on Monday, tell me on Friday what you need, and I would bring it to the meeting on Monday, and
Yeah.
they would, within a week, they would be delivering.
We want you guys to have enough product to be successful in show and sell. What we don't want is you to have so much that you have to bring it back.
Yeah, so if you are gonna use show and sell to fill those orders, just remember to compensate and take that into consideration and make based on your history, if you have history, of what you need for the take orders, so you don't end up not having enough to fill those orders.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'm sorry, I have 2 questions.
Oh, you got good questions.
I'm trying. So you said there were 3 things that are not available for the take order? Or
For show and sell.
For show and sell. So the chocolate treasures tin, the premium tin, and the chocolate drizzle would be your 3 items.
So those are the 3 things that we would only get in November.
That's correct.
Correct.
Okay. And
Because
then
they would just melt into a massive.
Our chocolate melts a little quicker than Trails In. It has less of that paraffin wax. It's more of a milk chocolate. And so put it in your trunk for 10 minutes in this heat and it's a ball of chocolate.
Yeah.
Not all bad.
Not all bad.
And then what did you say?
Drives a manufacturer nuts for product integrity, but I get it, right?
It's
You
still
did
chocolate.
in October?
We do ship off chocolate in October. We
So if they
pref-
order like the treasure tin online, they'll get that shipped in October?
Yes, ma'am.
And it tells them when they order it online, like, hey, it's gonna be a minute?
Yep, it does. We're gonna have that message to them, because historically, we just did not take those back-ordered items in August and September, and we didn't take chocolate orders online until October, when we could fill them. But this year, knowing that sales are gonna be a little more difficult and challenge, we're gonna capture those orders online in August and September, let the consumer know we'll be shipping it in October, and then fulfill them in October. Good question, great questions.
Last year, I mean, I know they're different groups, but on the off chance we have any product issues, do we go through district or do we go straight to?
So that's a great question. So the question was if there's any product issues. So we have 100% consumer satisfaction guarantee. 100% consumer satisfaction guarantee. What's that mean? That means any consumer that spends any money buying popcorn from a Scout, Ramsey Campmaster popcorn, has any problem with it, they don't have to call you, they don't have to call the council, they can call us directly.
Awesome.
1-800 number, they can email us as well. We're gonna make sure that consumer is well taken care of, document the problem, maybe even get, the packaging codes off the packaging, ship them new product of equal or greater value, make sure they're happy, document the problem, report it back to the council. We don't want you to have to deal with those product issues. We really don't have any, but every now and then there's somebody, right? Somebody thinks, hey, I should have had more almonds or pecans in
And
my.
that's exactly, the nuts number was
Right.
low count last year.
We welcome those calls, right? We're gonna make sure we take care of those consumers because we want them to be happy about their purchase. Hopefully their purchase from a Scout again. But you don't have to handle those. 100% consumer satisfaction. That doesn't mean you guys can call us and complain saying, hey, I think the caramel corn should have more nuts in it. But you didn't spend any money buying any, right? It's for the consumer. So we're gonna make sure your consumers are 100% satisfied. You don't have to worry about it. We're gonna take care of them. Have them call us. We will follow up with them and make sure they're right.
Thank you.
You have our commitment on that.
Now
Yes.
again, 2 different companies, but
Yep.
last year we were having lots of problems with the bags that were getting taped to the box.
The
And so-
bag?
Mhm,
The bag,
so when
right.
we would open, like the bag of sea salt, for example.
Yep.
As soon as we would open that box or take that tape off, we had 2 and 3 bags that were ripping right behind it. So if we see any of that, then do we just contact you, or is that something we as units have to go through council?
Yeah, so if you see a whole case of busted bags, obviously let your council know because they're gonna replace that case.
Okay,
And then I'll just credit or replace it to the council.
okay,
So yeah, if you see, you open the whole case
okay.
and they're all busted,
Hopefully we don't have that
I've
problem,
never-
but we had it quite a bit last year.
yeah, you won't have that problem.
Most everything is in tins.
That's good news
Yeah.
too, yeah.
Yeah, we take a lot of precaution, right? We load our trucks really carefully, we schedule deliveries and we don't want damaged product, but in the case it happens, it does happen occasionally. And sometimes it just comes off the line and you don't even know the last 20 bags got ripped or something. But yeah, if that's the case, just make sure your council's aware of it. They'll get you a new case of product and I'll credit or replace it with them. But for consumers that bought an individual popcorn purchase, if they have a problem, call us. We'll make it right. We're standing behind our product 100%. Great questions out of this.
So most everything of yours is in tins anyhow.
It is. So this year we do have a few bagged items. If I'll go back to that real quick just to answer your question. So this year you have the trail mixes in a bag, the sea salts in a bag, and the small caramels in a bag. Everything else is a tin or microwave. Shouldn't have any. You do have to put some, as I understand it, I'm not a production guy, but I think you have to seal those with CO2 or oxygen or something. So sometimes they do explode, and it's probably what happened with Trails In last year. They had some bags that got overfilled with air. They started popping. I don't think we'll have that problem, but if we do, See your counsel, they'll get you a new case, and we'll replace that
They would
case.
know.
Yeah, great questions, really good questions. So we do have a popcorn kickoff presentation. You can download that at campmasters.org, right under the leader section. It's just a template, help you guys communicate your program, your popcorn sale to your families, get them excited like we're doing here today, educate them on the new products, spreading that message. We do have some new email campaign materials, additional virtual meetings. We're here to help counsel. If you guys need additional support, we're always here to help, certainly at campmaster.org. We do have some door hangers I think are available. I don't know if your council's going to use those or not, but we have those available if you'd like to use some door hangers with a QR code even. You have to print them locally, but I think it'll help in the neighborhoods, drive some of that online traffic and additional sales. We do have a prize program for your top sellers. We believe motivating scouts is highly important. So at Camp Master, we do have a high achiever prize program for those scouts that sell $3,000 and above. They can get a Visa gift card for 5% of their sales rebated directly back to the scout, or they can get the camping package. And again, these prizes, high achiever prizes, are paid for by Camp Master. These prizes are paid for by your council, and they're through a prize company this year out of Ohio that serves council and does a great job as well. I think you guys will be very happy with your new prize program. Probably very motivational for your Cub Scouts, but troops as well. Question?
Do we still have the option to opt out of that with a percentage directly to the troop or pack?
That's something that now that we have got the budget developed and we're looking at where things are going, we're probably gonna have a decision on how we're gonna deal with that sometime in July.
July, thank you.
Yeah.
All right, good, 'cause like I said, we're a troop, a lot of older boys, they don't want
Prizes.
the,
They want money.
There are Amazon gift cards, kind of laced, I think, through the prizes. Some of the prize options include the cards. You don't necessarily have to get the physical prize if you don't want to.
It says Walmart card.
Or Walmart, yeah, Walmart, I couldn't remember which one it was, yeah. So there are some gift cards they can do if they want to do that instead.
Again, the prize company is not the same as a popcorn company, two different companies, but they're a terrific partner. They've been serving scouting for 20-some years. They do a great job. Certainly understand the troops that want additional commission. Hopefully your council can work that out with you guys.
And break into local stuff.
Yeah, I'll take a break.
Okay, on the prize pages I was referring to, so if you go over to page 14, right after the page on the Camp Masters High Achiever Program, we also have local council High Achiever Program. We call this LaSalle. This is similar to what we had last year, but we made it a lot more flexible. First of all, these are cumulative prizes, so if somebody hits the $6,500 level, they would get every prize that's on this page here, okay? So let me just run through this real quick and describe the differences from last year. The $1,500 is once again the Sky Zone. They were very popular last year. Difference this year, instead of having to coordinate when everybody will go at once to a Sky Zone, you will be given a gift card, gift certificate to Sky Zone, and you can go whenever you want. So it eliminates that hassle. At the $2,500 level, again, we're not going to send everybody all to the same movie all at once. You'll get a movie gift card, and you can go to whatever movie you want that your parents say it's okay. That way, again, you don't have to coordinate with that with a bunch of people. The museum, this year we have two choices. You can either do the aquarium in Chicago or Museum of Science and Industry. And again, it's not going to be a coordinated one where everybody has to go at the exact same time. You will be given vouchers for tickets, and you can go whenever you want. And there will be a voucher for a parent and a scout. For that one, Meredith, right?
Yes, correct.
Yeah, the other ones don't have a parent included, but that one has a parent and a scout voucher included. There will be no transportation provided, of course, because again, you would be deciding when to go on your own. Yes, ma'am.
2 questions, or I guess one's a question.
1.5 questions. Okay.
That's right. Do you know, I had never heard anything about last year's trip. I know it was like canceled and then.
And yeah, Jim, actually, that's a great question, and other people were asking at the main kickoffs. Jim's working on it. Yeah,
It's been
I
a
didn't
little
know if
crazy with the COVID and things are shut down.
I don't even think the museum is open yet. Yeah, it's not even open yet.
Is it open?
She has no, but she has another question. I have a question following.
Well, I guess it's just more of a statement. I know personally, like my scout, he enjoyed going to Sky Zone with all the other scouts and the movie with all the other scouts. The train ride to Chicago, they have a blast with all the scouts. I just throwing that out there that I'm not
And
disappointed.
certainly they can talk to other scouts that are eligible and coordinate something.
Yeah.
What we wanted to eliminate was the forced going as a group, because there were a lot of problems with that. Because once Jim said the date is this, then of course we had all these people, well, you know, we're going here, we're going there.
Yeah, we
And
can't
so,
make it, can we have a makeup?
Yeah.
It was just,
and I think what we can probably do is release to the people that win a particular prize, such as the museum, you know, here are the people, maybe their contact information, share that with those people, and then they can talk, if they want, to go together, yeah. We're just trying to make it as flexible as possible for everybody. But that is a good point, yes. Yes, ma'am.
So with a lot of these places not even open yet, that may be a deterrent, just something to think about for these scouts to want to, because it's like, why am I going to, I have kindergarten and first graders. Why am I going to work so hard to go to something that I'm never going to get to go to? So are these going to have expiration dates, or is this something that we're going to use, and if they don't open or close down, is there going to be something in place of that for these scouts that work?
Yeah, if it comes down to the place cannot tell us at all, you know, when they're gonna open or how long, we will have some alternative. But as far as, if we assume that they are gonna be open, we will probably try to get the gift card or gift certificate in such a form so that there is no expiration date or it's really long. Yeah. Because again, to maximize the flexibility there. Yes, ma'am.
So you said that if they reach the $6,500 level, then they get everything?
On this page here, yes, ma'am.
Okay, so if they only reach the $3,500 level, do they get the prizes before those?
Correct, yeah. So it accumulates up to wherever they hit.
Gotcha.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes.
The other prizes though are not cumulative.
Right, those are not cumulative, right. But what you can do, let's say you hit the $2,000 level, you can pick prizes from other areas that equal up to 2,000. So you could, let's say, get two, if I'm remembering this right, Steve, you could, if you're at the $2,000 level, you could pick, what, 400 or $500 prizes, and then that would equal 2,000.
As long as council agrees to that.
Right, yeah.
as long as it equals the top amount.
Equal the amount, right. Let's see, and then the $6,500 one, that is again a choice. We have the Nintendo Switch Lite or the Bose speaker. I personally contacted my nephews, and I said, what do people want electronic-wise? They said this. I said, what is that? And they described it and said, I have no idea what you're talking about, but if kids like that, that's good enough for me. So that is the only one that's an actual thing that they would just pick and proceed. Now, let me say something about the high achiever prizes and how people set up their turning in a product on the order forms. Last year, as we have in many years, sometimes have parents who put all their kids under one person, or we even have some units that do that, okay? And the problem had been, well, there's no way for us to know who got what level of money for the high achiever prizes. So, to eliminate that issue, okay, if you still want to do that, you know, bunching together of people, remember that on the council website, on the popcorn section, each unit will actually enter the scouts that get whatever prizes. So even if you are batching people together when you're selling things, in the end, we won't use that to determine who has the high achiever prizes. We determine that by how each unit enters that information into a fillable form that's on the website. It's the same thing that we used last year if you happen to use that form last year, okay? So what I'm saying is, if you do batch people together like that, which I know a lot of units do, you know, don't tell, you know, don't let your scouts freak out. They will still be eligible for these because of how we actually record that information there, okay? Yes, ma'am?
But just to be clear on that, so like I have two siblings.
Yes,
One does show and tells really well, one does door to door really well.
right.
So I just combine their sales to
For
make
the
it.
purposes of ease for you and the record keeping. You're
Correct,
saying yes.
because they're 5 and 6 years
Right,
old
right.
and don't
Mhm.
understand what's going on. So when it came down to it then, like I sold $3,500 worth of popcorn,
Mhm.
but we split that in half, so then they were no longer eligible for the high achiever. But in this circumstance, they would be?
Well, they only have to sell 1,500 for the first prize so if they sold 3,500 and you split it in half, each of them would have enough to get the first level high achiever prize.
Because I guess where I'm confused is if we have enough for the high achiever prize, for the first one, even if we just sell the 1,500.
Yeah.
But that's only one person going.
Right, yeah, you can't have, let's say, like an entire unit's monies all combined and say, hey, we achieved the high achiever because our unit sold 10,000. No,
Okay, I
it's
just
per
wanted to be
person.
clear
Right,
when
it's
we
per
portray that
individual
to our
person.
families.
But you can split it up however you want to, for those youth. Yeah, that's no problem.
Okay.
Okay? Yes,
Sorry, just so I.
No, that's no problem.
So if you sell 3,500,
yes.
you could get $175 more income. You could get.
Oh, you're talking about the Camp Master one? Okay.
Yeah.
Let me turn the page here.
Yeah,
Okay, go ahead again.
So you'd get the $175 Walmart gift card.
Mm-hmm.
You could get the Visa card for the high achiever. And you could get, the couple from LaSalle Loop.
Right,
Those
yeah.
prizes.
Yeah, so the prizes you see here, the high achiever prizes on page 13, that's from Camp Master, and LaSalle Loop are 3 different things, okay? So you can, depending on what level you're selling at, yes, to answer his question, you can be getting prizes from there, from here, and from LaSalle Loop all together, right? And there's actually one more level of prizes that's not even in here, okay? Because we haven't figured out the exact amount yet. Last
got
year,
bingo, too.
yeah, we got bingo too. Yeah, actually, 2 more things. Okay. Last year, I tried to do a recognition program bi-week for the top 3 scouts that had cumulative sales up to that point. But the problem was, I was finding, of course, that people were batching together orders, or sometimes all the scouts in the unit were put under one person that was an adult. And so it was not really fair because I couldn't tell who was who. So this year what we're going to do is recognize by top selling units. So each week there will be the top 3 cumulative sales unit awards, and those will involve gift certificates to the council trading post. We haven't worked out the amounts yet, but there'll be 3 different levels for that, and that will run for each week of the 8 weeks of the technical part of the sale. So we also have that recognition, okay? And then here's Meredith with the bingo and the texting, right?
Okay, so we also have a popcorn bingo game that the kids can really get into. We stole this idea from the chair in Hawaii, and she said that the kids just loved it. So what it is, and you all will get enough of these forms when you're walking out per scout, but what it is for take order. The key is it's only for take order, okay? It's not for show and sell. So take orders only, and it's a bingo game. So if you get a bingo, which is if you sell a 3-way cheesy, a 50 military, a tin, a caramel with almonds, and the 22 pack of movie theater butter, then you get the bingo. So you go on the website and say, I gotta wait, there's a little form that you fill out, it comes to us, and you get this whistle. It is a survival aid whistle right here. If you are the first scout in your unit to get a bingo, just the one or the diagonal, then you get the, it's a solar operated charger. So it's right here. You guys can check these out more closely. It's like a blow up solar powered charger for your phone. And then if you get a blackout, which is the entire page, then you get the really cool flashlight frisbee that looks awesome when you throw it in the dark and smells love it. So that's the popcorn bingo game. And the cool thing that you don't tell the kids is if they get a blackout, it's that they sold $600 worth of popcorn. So that's, they're just concentrating on the bingo game, but for you all, that's $600 worth for one scout. So, and yep, you just go to the website, and there's a form to fill out under fundraiser popcorn, and scroll down, you'll see bingo game, and then there's the form you fill out right there.
And the unit leader would do the filling out, right? Or,
Yeah, the unit
Yeah.
leader would fill out,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
you just have to verify the
Right, yeah.
forms. Wendy, do you have a question? Down actually, there'd be my question. Okay. And also, this year, guys, we have a text messaging system. So in your brochures, you've got like a pamphlet, and you see this little, the QR code right here. So we've got a text messaging system that you can opt in. So go ahead and type in the numbers and opt in, and this, we will send special messages. If distribution changed or the time, this is a real quick way that we can get information to you that is district specific. Okay, so please go ahead and opt in. We're not gonna bombard you or share your information. We're just gonna send you needed, important popcorn information.
and it wouldn't be the only way you would get important information, it's just one more channel, okay?
Right.
So if you choose not to do it, it's not that you're not gonna hear emergency announcements or special announcements, it's just, this
It's
gives
yet
just
one more way.
another way to get it to you, okay?
Any questions?
Back to Steve.
Your council's really invested heavily, new products, new prizes, new high achiever prizes, a new promotional game, bingo. In addition, Camp Master prizes. How many people have scouts in the Trails End Scholarship Program? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, looks like 4 units in the room. So the good news is, if you have scouts that are still selling this year that are in the Trails End Scholarship Program, they actually get grandfathered in our High Achiever Prize program, and they can either select the camping package, the gift card at 5%, or they can be grandfathered in at 6% in the Scholarship Alternative Program. And we would send them a Visa gift card equal to 6% of their sales.
So they're already in that, so all I have to do is sell one bag and they'll get 6%.
Yeah, I think the first year it's on a form, and I'll get that form to your council, so
Okay.
those scout families know exactly. I think the first year they have to qualify at a minimum sale of $400.
Okay.
They don't have to
I know
re-qualify.
we had quite a few, and then they said that they were stopping doing it or whatever the
Yeah.
case may be. So we actually lost a scout because of
Oh, no.
that.
You mean that because the Trails End stopping their scholarship program?
Right, because
So you can go
they-
back to that family and tell them
Yeah.
that this year's Trails End stopping it, and they're only giving 4%, but your new popcorn vendor is gonna give them 6%. And so they're actually gonna make 2% more selling Camp Master this year than they would if they were selling Trails End.
And from a leader standpoint, is there anything else we would have to do besides council having that information as to who qualified for that to begin with?
Get Meredith to sign off on it
Okay.
and send it to us, and we're sending that scout that 6%. That's just, again, for those scouts that are in that Trails End Scholarship Program.
And the cool thing about this, guys, is that Camp Masters sends you the money at the end of the year. It doesn't keep it in the account and roll it over
okay.
like Trails End did. They send you real money at the end of the year.
So your scholarship
And then you
money.
can do whatever you want with it.
Yeah, your scholarship money with Trails End remains intact. Those scouts, when they get ready for college or university, can apply with Trails End to get those funds. In the meantime, as Meredith said, we're sending direct 6% right to their family. They could spend it now, put it in their savings plan, put it in their bank account, whatever they want to do. But they're actually gonna make more with us this year than they would with Trails
And they can
End.
use it right away versus when the child turns.
I encourage you to go back to that one family and let them know.
Yeah,
They're
because they
still-
were super disappointed because, well, it was our highest seller in the pack. And they
That's
spent
definitely
hours
worth a call.
amongst hours just trying to get.
So as
that.
Meredith said, it won't go into their scholarship program where they see those future dollars, they're gonna get immediate dollars.
Okay.
So that's a good thing. I
That's
appreciate
great.
you bringing that up. For those of you that have scholarship kids, make sure you get those lists of those scouts if they're selling this year to Meredith or Jim here at council, and we'll make sure those scouts are grandfathered in. Yes, over here real quick.
So for anybody that would qualify this year, for new scouts, new whatever,
$3,000.
$3,000, okay.
Yeah. So for any new scouts that aren't in the competing scholarship program, they have to requalify at $3,000. Great question.
Okay, so you said they get the tent, the debit card, or the contribution?
Yeah, and so the scholarship kids would have a choice. They can either opt into our High Achiever Prize program and get one of these two, or they can say, no, I want that 6% on a Visa gift card, and we're sending it directly to that scout. Get one or the other. They either can opt into ours, or they can stay grandfathered in at 6%.
But it doesn't go directly into their.
No, it doesn't,
Yeah.
because I'm
Do you
not,
know, can we contribute that, like if we get,
you can call Trails in, but I doubt it. They're probably not gonna let
You
you.
put it in your own college savings plan for
Yeah,
your
we
child.
don't 529 something.
Yeah.
Because Trails in drop
Just-
Trails In's eliminating their scholarship program. Yeah.
For college education.
it was just nice, cause I didn't have to worry about it before.
Right.
The truth of the matter is, unfortunately, I've worked at Trails Inn twice, so unfortunately, thousands of kids don't ever get that money because they go to the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, they go to trade school, they don't go to college or university, so they don't get those funds. With our program, they get those funds. We think that flexibility is pretty important to families.
You sold me on that.
Yeah.
Very good.
I was fancy until you said that.
Yeah, very good.
Yay.
Yay. Great questions. All right, and again, if you have those Trails In scholarship kids, just make sure you get that list of scouts into Meredith, and we'll take care of them at the 6%. So we do have free shipping for all online orders. As David mentioned, very COVID friendly, right? No touch, no delivery, no collections. Just push all those orders online this year and we'll take care of all the shipping and collections. You guys get, how much percent do they get on online orders? 35%. So you're getting over half the gross profit. Because this program has a 60% return to scouting versus 70%. And your council's being really generous and giving you over half the gross profit. So congratulations, LaSalle Council.